Hello guys, and welcome back to another Kingdom Hearts Unicross video. Today's video is just that I want to go ahead and talk about if the prime metals are able to evolve or if they're actually not evolvable. In this case, I'll just go ahead and give you a quick heads up about what I'm talking to. So let's go ahead and just check about the prime metals. So as far as I know, I should have another Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku and Mickey. I think it's on the bottom. Let me just go ahead and sort it out. Let's see. It should be down below because he's not evolvable. I think he's a tier. It's a 6-star, so the 6-star should be down below over here. So there you go. We have it. As you can see, all prime metals actually provides 3 slots. And I never got the idea about if those metals are able to, once you evolve it, you'll be able to get, 5 slots and all that stuff. Because the last prime metal that we were able to get was the Kingdom Hearts Illustrated King Mickey, I think. It was the last prime metal that we were able to get. That was like last 2 years when the Black Friday of 2018 was provided. So for people who didn't know about the Black Friday back in then, the Black Friday there provided us the old tier 8 what's it called, the foretellers. And the foretellers, once that you pull, they were able to refund you half of the jewels that you purchased, so it wouldn't affect you. And there was another special deal that if you bought the most highest the most highest jewel count, then you'll be able to get the Kingdom Hearts I think it was called Kingdom Hearts replica, Riku replica. So yeah, that was pretty much the last of the things that we were able to get. And pretty much we got, on the other side, we got the Illustrated King Mickey as our last 7 prime metal. So keep that in mind, guys. Maybe those kind of metals will return. If this prime metal was able to get into Supernova Plus Plus, don't doubt that the other prime metals will do it. So let's go ahead and clear out doubts. Let's see if we're able to evolve this from a 7-star and get all the traits and be able to evolve it to a Supernova Plus Plus, because I actually have that doubt so bad. Okay, so let's see. So we got the normal thing. We just need to go ahead and evolve it by using Fantasia Mickeys. Remember, guys, in order for you to evolve this into a 5 stars, pretty much to the 7-star, you need to have the Fantasia Mickeys, or you can trade by using the same metal. Yeah, you can go ahead and trade it by using the same metal, and pretty much you'll be able to level up to special attack boost. So 118, it's not bad. I think that you need 130. Let me go ahead and check it. Yeah, 130. So yeah, pretty much we're in the edge. So now that we have it here, let's see if we can evolve it. Let's evolve it over here. It should be, there you go, he's over here. So let's evolve it. Pretty much from there, you need the 4, in this case, what was the name? Blue Fairy. So pretty much you need the Blue Fairies in order for you to evolve this to a 7-star. Once we evolve it, as you can see, yes, the traits were able to level up. So let's go ahead and evolve this metal. So as you can see, the traits have been amount from 3 to 5. So that was my biggest doubt, because I didn't know if the normal prime metals you'll be able to level it up. So now that we have the prime metal, let's go ahead and level it up again. Let me just level it up. So yeah, it's pretty much level up, and once we level up, we'll be able to evolve this metal. There you go. Now it's available to evolve by doing 2 Fantasia Mickeys. And as you can see, yes, it's evolvable to a Supernova Plus Plus. To be honest, guys, I think this was just like a vain video, because this was to kill my curiosity, because I never got the idea about, if you level up this metal or something like that, you'll be able to get the prime metal. So yeah, pretty much as you can see, if you evolve it from a 6 to a 7-star, and then you'll be able to get all the traits, and pretty much when you get all of the traits, then yeah, you'll be able to evolve it to a Supernova Plus Plus. This was just to kill my curiosity, to be honest. So I think that this video is gonna be quick. So matter of fact, yes, you can evolve it. Now let me just go ahead and give you more heads up about how you can get more Fantasia Mickeys and all that stuff, because pretty much I'm getting out of Fantasia Mickeys. So pretty much in this case, I think you go to the quest, and in the quest you'll be able to get all of those Fantasia Mickeys. In the Fantasia Mickeys here as well, you can get it on the material quest. Once you go to the material quest, just get all the Fantasy Mickey's that you can get. Once you have it, you evolve it from all those magic brooms. All those magic brooms, you'll be able to evolve it to Fantasy Mickey's, which in this case, there you go, you got a Fantasy Mickey bee. So once you actually have the Fantasy Mickey's bees, like I actually have to, you just need to go ahead and get the medal that you want to go ahead and trade. Once you have the medal that you want to trade, you need 5 Fantasy Mickey's, and well, 6 in total. Like the 6 is the one that you'll be able to evolve it to get the guild damage. And once you have the guild damage, you need the magic mirrors for you to go ahead and you know, increase the guild. So once the guild is actually evolved, once you have all the guild damage, the only thing that you need is, depending what do you need from the blue fairies. So the blue fairies are the most the medals that you need for you to evolve them to the next level, that it's instead of 6-star to 7-star and all that stuff. That's the only thing that you need. If you want to evolve something from the most lowest one, I think that you need a lot of more materials. Like I think that you need Fiora, I don't know, the fairies from the Sleeping Beauty. Those are the ones that you need. And once you have them, pretty much in that case, you evolve it from 1-star to 2-star to 3-star to 4-star to 5-star. Once you go to the 6-star, that is where we need the Fantasy Mickey's, and of course, pretty much that's all that you need to know. And all this, you can't get it. Previously on the VIP, you were able to get those materials, but now in order for you to get the materials, you need to go to the Mogo shop. You go to items, and right on the bottom, that is where you can get everything from here. So this is the medals that I'm talking to you. That you need this medal, you need this medal, you need all of those medals to evolve it from level 1, from 1-star to until you get to the 6-star. Yes, you need Merlin, you need the Cherry's Cat, all of those medals, you need them, so you'll be able to evolve them from 1-star to 6-star. And once you go to the 6-star, all you need is the Fantasy Mickey's, the magic mirrors, and pretty much the blue furries, so you can evolve it to the maximum level. So there you have it. You have all of those materials. Unfortunately, like, I thought that those materials will not be good to me, and that's why I ended up not having the Cherry's Cat, the Merlin, the Fairy Godmother, sorry, Gen 6, the Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather. All of those were just like, hey, you know what? I don't need those medals. I'll just go ahead and sell them. But even so, the cost is just 10 jewels, so I don't think that 10 jewels will hurt you. If you think that you need, waste at least 1k of jewels maybe for each one of the materials. You don't need so much of the materials because we're not getting a lot of those kind of things, so pretty much that's the case. Now for dual Meow Wows, I think that the dual Meow Wows, I think that we'll not get them into the future, because the dual Meow Wows were just like, hey, you know what, maybe we don't need them. Pretty much it's just the fact that you'll be able to get the dual Meow Wows to evolve it to a Supernova Plus. I think that the best example here will be the older medals. Then in this case, the older medals that I'm talking about, it's actually which one? A best example will be who was it? Well, those old medals, like for example the Illustrated Aqua, for example. This Illustrated Aqua used to be a 4-star, so this 4-star ended up being a Supernova Plus and also a tier 9. So how can you evolve it? So pretty much in this case, for you to evolve this medal, what you need to do is pretty much have you need to evolve it normally, like from a 7-star. Once you have it as a 7-star, you need 5 copies of the same medal. You need 5 copies of the same medal. Once you have the 5 copy of the same medal, what you need to do is that once you have it, you'll be able to well, it's 5 copies. So once you have the 5 copies, you evolve it to a tier 9. And once you evolve it to a tier 9, just level it up to 120, and once you level up to 120, that is where the dual Meow Wows enters. You need 5 dual Meow Wows to evolve it to a Supernova Plus. And that's all. But I think that the dual Meow Wows are not going to be useful right now, because those medals are just like abandoned there, so I don't think that people are going to use them in the future. And yeah, pretty much. I think that the Kingdom Hearts 3 Aqua was not upgradable to a Supernova Plus. Like, you already have it as a Supernova Plus, not like a Supernova. So Things like, for example, the Sephiroth, you know, the older medals. I'm talking about the older medals. Let me go ahead and give you an example. For example, there was a time that those medals were upgradable. Those medals were just like very powerful and all that stuff, and they just ended up buffing them. So once you got the buff, this guy used to be a supernova normally, and then they buff him, and they evolve it to a supernova plus, which in this case he's a tier 8, but he's a 7-star. You evolve it to a supernova plus. I'm sorry, it's to a supernova plus, and there you go. You got a buffer medal. But to be honest, this medal is so outdated that pretty much it's not useful. It's not in the current meta anymore. So that's the bad thing. But I have high expectations that those medals are going to be available sooner or later. So keep all of those medals, all of the medals that you have here. Well, not the VIP medals, because the VIP are not going to be upgradable, but you know, stained glasses, illustrated, more prime medals. Those prime medals are going to be available. Like, sorry. From my point of view, I think that this Sephiroth will return. Maybe the Xion will be upgradable. If Kyrie got upgradable, this Xion will be upgradable sooner or later. The Prime Metal Axel, I really think that this medal is gonna be upgradable sooner or later. And what else that I think that it could be upgradable? Maybe once that they make another collaboration of the Final Fantasy Record Keeper, maybe they're gonna upgrade this medal to a Supernova Plus. I don't know. It's high expectations. This medal, it's actually very unique. It's not very useful that you can get this guy. I think that the best way that you can get this medal was like you needed to trade for death. You need to pull for death to get the VIP, and once you have it, pretty much you got the medal. So yeah, it's actually very amazing. This Supernova Plus, the Zia Sephiroth, I don't think it's gonna be upgradable. Like, we have a lot of PvP Sephiroths right now, and I don't think it's gonna be upgradable sooner or later. But besides of all of the reverse power medals that I see here, yes, maybe those medals are gonna be returned sooner or later. Those used to be very amazing medals back in the days, and those are, by the way, those were the first high score challenge medals that I got from the beginnings of Unicross. Having this medal was not so easy back in the days on Unicross. Having those kind of medals are actually very hard, and yeah, I think that's the case for you guys. So what else did I think that it's gonna be upgradable to a Supernova Plus? Well, my predictions here from that, which one will be upgradable to a Supernova Plus for speeds. Like I mentioned, if they're gonna do another collaboration of Final Fantasy Record Keeper, Lightning is going to be upgradable sooner or later. I'm not sure about the illustrated ones. I think that the one that I think that is gonna be upgradable, it's where is he? So I'm keeping my Aquas. Maybe this Aqua is gonna be upgradable sooner or later because she has a unique animation. This animation is unique. So I haven't seen this animation in anywhere besides of Dark Road. That it's the Kingdom Hearts 3 King Mickey. King Mickey has the same animation of illustrated Aqua B, but it's in Dark Road. So I believe that this medal is going to be upgradable sooner or later. So keep this medal. The one that I have high expectation that is going to be upgradable, it's going to be the illustrated Roxas and illustrated Sora. Those two are going to be upgradable sooner or later. Word. Sooner, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not soon in the future, but this medal, it is going to be upgradable. Trust me that. I'm keeping my Kingdom Hearts 3 Riku. This guy maybe is going to be upgradable to a Supernova Plus later on, because this medal was a very powerful hype back in the days of Kingdom Hearts Unicross. What else did I think that is going to be upgradable to Supernova Plus? Well, the stained glass maybe someday. Like those kind of stained glasses, if the older stained glasses were upgradable to a Supernova Plus back then, I believe that those stained glasses are going to be upgradable sooner or later. I don't know. I don't think about the Final Form Sora. Like, I think he's a good medal, but I don't know if it's gonna be upgradable. The Organization 13, the Kai ones, are gonna be upgradable sooner or later, maybe. It's just the fact that those have the unique animations. Like, you don't see that animation anywhere besides of who was it? Vexen. I think Vexen was the only one who got this medal animation. So just to give you a heads up, the animation of those characters are their same techniques. So Marluxia, what he does is that he uses his Oz, and then pretty much attacks like he actually makes the downfall attack when he attacks you in Kingdom Hearts 2, so he can lower your count. What else? Like Semnis has a unique animation. Sigvard does have a unique animation of ultimate shot, like the barrage shots. Those medals are gonna be upgradable sooner or later, because those medals have very powerful unique animations, and many people love the hype. It's just the fact that the last medal that was Roxas just lose all the hype of the Organization 13. So I didn't like the idea, but those medals, you don't see that animation anywhere, so those medals are gonna be upgradable sooner or later. So not today, like I mentioned, not tomorrow or anything like that, but that's why I'm saving a lot of my medals, just because of the fact that maybe those medals are going to be upgradable to a Supernova Plus Plus sooner or later. So keep that in mind, guys. And now for magic, what will be the best magic medals? Well, I predict Anti-Aqua was something that I didn't predict it, to be honest, but that was very amazing. Maybe Nominate X. No, Nominate X not so much, because she has a fixed damage, so I don't think that she's gonna be upgradable sooner or later. No, not even the Kingdom Hearts 0.2. Those ones maybe were not into the hype. Well, Illustrated Roxas could be a very upgradable chance that this guy will be a Supernova Plus Plus later on. I don't know about Xion. The older one, that in this case, the Kyrie one got upgraded. Maybe Xion could be upgraded later on, but it's just the fact that maybe Kyrie got more hype, so that's why. The key arts could be upgradable later on, so keep those medals. Wait, okay, those are the supernova medals that I was talking to you guys. So just to give you a quick heads up, I knew that I have aquas that they were not upgradable to Supernova Plus Plus. So there you go. You need the just to give you the quick heads up, you do need the dual Meow, so you can evolve it to Supernova Plus, and there you go. You have the Supernova Plus medal. So, well, forgetting about that, let's talk about the next ones. As I mentioned, the key arts could be upgradable later on. Stained glasses, illustrated one, sorry. And I don't know, maybe the HD ones can be upgradable, because the HD Roxas got upgradable, so we're gonna have high expectations that this one is gonna be upgradable. Key arts, the illustrated Xion, well, we already know that she got upgraded, so she has a tier 10. And well, pretty much older medals that I forgot. Toons got upgraded. I don't know if the Toon Aqua will be upgradable sooner or later. VIP medals are not upgradable, so don't give me the wrong expectation, guys. Those, or I don't know, VIP medals could be upgradable later on, because we got some other medals that got upgradable, so keep that in mind. So that's my predictions about which medals can be upgradable to a Supernova or to a Supernova Plus Plus later on to tier 10s. I don't know, and we have Square can be very unpredictable later on, so, but even so, those are my predictions that what medals can be upgradable and what not medals can be upgradable to Supernova Plus Plus. So save all the medals that you can get, and that's why I'm saving one per each medal at least, because the Starlight was something that I was not expecting. The Kingdom Hearts 3 carry was something I was not expecting. The Dark Aqua was just a surprise, and the Prime Medal Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku and Mickey was something that I was not predicting. But even so, you saw, guys, that most of the medals that got upgraded from the beginnings of the anniversary, I have like 80 or 85% of those medals. The ones that I was not able to get was the Kingdom Hearts, the Sora and Roxas, Toon Riku, who else, like the Halloween Sora, Goofy, and Donald. Just the fact that I didn't got those medals because I was not from the beginning to get those medals. Toon Riku was not available for me because I was not playing Unicross back then. Sora and Roxas was from the beginnings of Unicross, and I understand why I didn't got this medal. So at least you know that I have a lot of medals, all of my collections, just because of the fact that those medals could be upgradable to a Supernova Plus Plus later on. So that I just wanted to make a quick video about the upgrades, but I guess that having you which medals could be upgradable or not can give you an idea that why you should save. So Yes, this is a big recommendation because many people are saying, hey, you know what, I'm getting this medal, oh, but I sold it, or something like that. So that's a big shame for you guys. I really don't like the idea that you're actually like wasting your medals just because of the fact that you thought that those medals were not going to be upgradable. So just save the medals that you think that there's going to be upgradable to Supernova Plus Plus, and you'll be good. So where you can get those medals, like in this case, the Marluxia banner, the new Moogle banner that we're gonna have, then the upgraded ones, I don't think that we're gonna be able to get those. So yeah, just lose the expectations about that. And if you're gonna sell like me, that I got medals that I don't like or I don't care, at least save one copy. I think I don't have any of those two. I think I do have the Dark Riku. Maybe I do have it or not. But at least save one of those medals. You don't even know if those medals are going to be upgradable or not, but at least have it. At least have it over there. I know that slots cost you. It is going to cost me as well because I'm into the limit, but I think that I sold this medal and it was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm going to save this medal because I think I had it on the beginning, but I sold it because now I don't have it. I don't have this medal anymore. So that's why I say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna save this medal. Maybe this is gonna be upgradable to Supernova Plus Plus later on. So at least save one copy. Save at least one copy of one of those medals, and believe me, you're gonna have a Supernova Plus Plus medal later on in your collection. So that is all that I wanted to say to you guys. So a quick recap will be, you already know that how you can upgrade a medal to a Supernova Plus to a Supernova Plus Plus, and pretty much you know how to evolve it to, so you'll be able to get the tier 10. Then in this case we got the Kingdom Hearts 3 Anti-Aqua, and as well with the Prime medal. And I give you some predictions about which medals can be upgradable in the future. This is just predictions of mine, of course. This is not like, hey, you know what, is your information accurate? No, it's not accurate. It's just predictions. But I'm giving you the ideas and high expectations that why you should save your medals, so later on in the future you can get a powerful medal without wasting jewels, because in that case jewels is something that is abounding over there, and jewels is not something that they give every time. So that's why I'm giving you the expectations, which medals you should save, which one do you think, because this is my own opinion about which medals can be upgraded to Supernova Plus Plus. But you can have your own opinions. Maybe you can say, hey, instead of the predictions that you say, maybe we can get some other medals that can be upgradable to Supernova Plus Plus. Maybe we can get those medals that someday, sooner or later, those used to be a hype. Maybe they're gonna upgrade them. Yes, I understand, because the biggest hype that I thought that I never knew that I was going to get was this medal, because this medal it's from the beginning of Union Cross, and this was just like, hey, you know what, oh my god, I just need this medal right now. So yes, those are just like some medals that I never knew that they were going to return, and some medals that I never knew that I was going to be able to get, just because of the fact that on the beginnings of Union Cross I never played that game. So I started to play Union Cross in 2018, but I think that Union Cross was first introduced in 2015. Then in global it was 2016 or 2017. I don't remember, to be honest, but I was in the type. I was not in the beginnings of Union Cross when this game came out. So it is a very good hype that I was able to get this medal, because this medal, I can't get it anywhere. Maybe the key art number 2, maybe some other key arts that we were not able to get, maybe the Kai medals, I don't know. So there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of expectations about which medals can be upgradable or not, but that is just my humble opinion. So well, hope that you could get this information very useful. Like I mentioned, the predictions that I said, they are not 100% confirmed. Of course, this is just predictions. I don't know what kind of medal can be upgradable to a Supernova Plus Plus later on, but I'm just giving you the expectations that you should save your medals, so later in the future you can get a powerful medal without using or wasting any kind of jewels. So where can you get those medals? Easy and simple. You go to the shop, and once you have the sufficient tickets or the sufficient Moogle points that's going to be introduced in the game tomorrow, you get the medals that you think that you're going to be upgradable to a Supernova Plus Plus. And yeah, pretty much most of the other medals can be from the draw point banner. So yeah, just keep all of those medals so you'll be able to upgrade them. Well, that is all for today's video. Make hearts be your guiding key, and I'll see you guys until the next video. Peace, guys.